iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to the Watkins International, road course, if you will. Tonight, the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series, presented by Red Light Racing, are ready to go racing here around this 2.5 mile road course. Some call it the wine country of the Northeast. They got Sonoma out there in California. Well, we got Watkins Glen right here tonight. These drivers ready to go racing. And, what has happened so far this season? Well, we've had 3 races. We've had 3 different winners in 3 different cars. Tony Strano picked up his first career win at the Daytona International Speedway before Max Terriel went back to victory lane in Iowa. Chris Hammett picked up a big win at the North Wilkesboro Speedway just 1 week ago, and that leads us here to the 4th race of the season, the twists and turns at the Watkins Glen International Raceway here tonight. These drivers have been qualifying. They've been through practice already here tonight, and they have the field ready and set to go racing. 30 laps of racing action coming up, and this is how our Southern Ratus starting lineup looks here tonight. Make sure to contact our friends over at Southern Ratus Legal, as they have the cutting-edge technology that meets future legal services. Starting on the front row here tonight, he's picked up a road course win 1 time. It's car number 8 of Zach Mitchell. To his outside road course ringer, it's the 4X Racing Turbo Dork Radical Pinks, number 98 of Rydell Donnie. And how about the Storm from just north of the border? Here's the number 42 of Max Terriel. He'll start P number 3. Back into the 4th starting spot here tonight, it's the Alien car number 64, Jason Wells. 5th starting position here tonight, out of Carolina, driving the Flowertown Animal Hospital number 86, that'll be Jaden Skelton. The rookie hot shoe car number 39 here tonight, William Ridgway, will start into the 6th starting spot, and starting back in the 7th, driving car number 45 out of Michigan, Ben Klotz there in car number 45. Cole Day, the number 99, he will start back here into the 8th position tonight. And how about the driver out of Ohio? He was 9th fastest in practice here tonight. He'll be 9th to the grid here, as that will be the number 88 of Sean Butler. Starting into the 10th starting spot here tonight, the Triad Racing number 4, the Souza Media entry of Jeffrey Souza. Starting into the 11th spot here tonight, it's the driver out of Virginia, driving the number 15. That'll be Peyton Johnson, starting 11th. 12th will go to the other Virginia native, car number 51 of DJ Anderson. Back into the 13th starting spot here tonight, the Beefy Motorsports Liquid Molly K1 Graphics, the Feeney call, number 38 of Brandon Feeney. It's the old Richard Murdoch entry, car 01. He'll start back into the 14th spot. And Josiah Millen out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, car number 55 will start 15th. Making his first ever start with the series, car number 9 here tonight out of Indiana. It'll be William Kirk in car number 9. He'll start 16th. It's the season opener winner. Tony Strano will start 17th, while Ethan Troutman in the number 62 will start back in the 18th starting spot here tonight. Joe Strano, the better-looking Strano is what they say. He'll be driving car number 23 here tonight. He'll start 19th. 20th will go to the, well, somewhat kind of an amateur golfer, number 17 of Tim Combs. Joshua Buckley will pilot number 13 here tonight. The Granny Hips Walker's Canes. Checkered Flag Auto Supply, number 13 will start 21st. Mike Tashrow making a Monday night start here on car number 27. Trent Potter, car 28, starting 23rd. Bruce Potter right alongside car number 59. He'll start 24th. How about the Higgins Hill Racing? Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 40. Rob Higgins will start 25th here tonight. 26th will go to Bob Higgins in the 20-year anniversary Checkered Flag Auto Supply number 30. And starting 27th, shotgun to the field out of Kutztown, Pennsylvania, the 31 of Donald Bennett. As you see them, 27 drivers ready to go racing here tonight at Watkins Glen. Race fans, who's ready to make the right-hand turn at the end of the long straightaway here? We're going to find out. 30 laps as you see these drivers come out of the final corner here tonight. Twists and turns. 11 turns around the speedway. Green flag in Barney's hand. Green flag is up. Barney says, boys, 30 laps. Let's go. Everybody hard on the brakes down into one. It looks like everybody's going to be able to come through. Couple drivers sideways. Couple drivers were sideways down there in turn one, trying to get everything they could get. Believe that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the 4 of Jeffrey Souza. There you do see him in the garage 56 looking stand analyzer machine as they come through the bus stop for the first time here. Could be a trouble spot tonight to watch out for these drivers. One driver way wide. That was the number 3 of Tony Strano. Right ahead of his brother right now. So both Stranos running 17th and 18th currently here on lap number 1. Zach Mitchell has the race lead. There you see him out front here, trying to complete the first lap of racing action here tonight. Through turn number 11, down the front straightaway they go. Lap 1 to Zach Mitchell. Just behind him is Max Terry. All these drivers have already settled in because they know it's a really long race. It's a race of where you kind of want to be able to hold your own. You have to really pull back. You can't go all out lap number 1 here tonight because these cars, you will eat up the tires here at Watkins Glen. Eat the tires up, you won't have the braking performance in these next generation Cup machines. And then you won't be able to get the bite off the corner. There you see the Higgins Hill Racing number 40. Rob Higgins has picked up 2 spots. He's running back 23rd. Souza trying to make a pass here on the Pabst Blue Ribbon, number 55 of Josiah Millen. Zach Mitchell just set a blistering lap time. This time by, it was 1 minute, 12 seconds. 1 minute, 12 seconds, .1 if you want to be exact to get the exact time. Of course, Danny, you're always late to the party. We do see you up there. You're not missing much here at Watkins Glen. It's a tough one for you. Too many walls to climb. See, Millen just lost a spot to Souza, and now here comes William Kirk. Kirk down to the inside in the Mountain Dew. Oh, sideways wheel hop on that number 9. He's able to get it in there. Richard Murdoch lifted a little bit, allows him to get in right on board with Murdoch. He gets right by on the exit of the bus stop. You see in the mirror there, trying to hold off that 9 machine, but here he comes down to the inside. Kirk has a great run down there, but Murdoch able to put his foot right through it. That's why that car has flames. It's always going somewhere. Nothing has changed at the front. Mitchell and Terriot still up there, just about a half a second apart from each other. As you watch the battle back here, this is the battle for the 14th, 15th, and 16th position. Well, it was 14th. Now it's just 15th and 16th as Millen has pulled away because these drivers have started to battle a little bit. There's the 29 of Trent Potter coming into this, but another Potter having some issues. Bruce Potter has been off the speedway. It does not look like he actually hit anything. He just went off the track. Mike Taschereau also has had some problems here early on in the number 27. There you see Taschereau. He has been into the wall, though. Another blistering lap time for the race leader. That time a 1 minute 11 seconds. 1 minute 11 seconds there for Zach Mitchell. That car is just fast. We talked about it briefly a couple weeks ago. These drivers here tonight, a lot of them obviously love oval track racing. That's why they're here. But there is a handful of drivers like Mitchell and Terriot, O'Donnell, Wells, Skelton. They all participate in the 24 hours of Daytona, and they also participate in a couple more of the endurance races here on iRacing. The other week, a couple of these drivers getting together and winning Sebring. I believe it was Sebring anyway. Potter thinking about going to the inside there on William Kirk down into turn number 1. He locked up the brakes and let Haviland forward. Just kind of fell back into line there. It's pretty early. It's 30 laps of racing here around the twists and turns here at Watkins Glen. These drivers may be thinking a little bit better about maybe trying to make the aggressive moves here early. Joshua Buckley came up out of the S's there. He was sideways. One driver to pit road here early. This is a unscheduled stop for the number 27 of Mike Taschereau. We talked about him being into the outside wall a time or two already. Outside, inside wall, I'm not quite sure because, I mean, what determines the inside or the outside wall here at Watkins Glen? Is it the left guardrail or the right guardrail? As you can see, Zach Mitchell already out to a 1.1 second lead over Max Terriot. Two of the best road course racers they have in the series here, and maybe Max is just saving something. He's won how many races here with the series? It's actually 46 if you're counting at home. If you got your tally chart going, it's up to 46 as of 2 weeks ago when he picked up a big win. Look at Max. He used all the curbing coming in and out of the bus stop there. There is no out of bounds here tonight at Watkins Glen. If the track is here and you're not going to hit the wall, you can use it. You see him take that little bit of a wide exit there out of the carousel. Got to check back up on our residents back here. These are the closest cars on the speedway. Murdoch, Kirk, Potter. Millen there also has fallen back into the clutches here. This is all 14th through 17th on the speedway, and they are the closest drivers to each other, so they're the only ones battling it out. Road course racing is a delicate dance. Murdoch told me he can't dance, though. Says he's got 2 left feet. And something tells me he wasn't lying. We saw Kirk there get up onto the rumble strips, and the car jumped sideways just a little bit. First time we've seen the driver of that 9 car here with the series. Doing pretty good here. He was telling us about how he drove, I believe it was Sean Butler's sim rig, is how he kind of got into it. As you see Millen make a mistake down here in the carousel. It's going to cost him at least 1 position to Murdoch. Maybe Kirk might be able to clear as no, he got sideways again. Look at Potter. Here comes Potter. He'll take a bid to the inside. Will he be able to get there? No, he will not. Road course racing is always one thing about being fast. It's another thing about coming upon another one of these drivers, and then it's a whole nother ball game to try and get around them. It's almost like you have to sit there, be very patient, and wait for a driver to make a mistake, as though there was a big lockup that time by Kirk down there into turn number 1. He'll swing it wide. There goes Potter. Potter will get around. Now William Kirk will have to go back on the offensive and try to run back down the 28 of Potter, the 55 of Millen, and the 01 of Murdoch. Potter looking like he might be able to get to the inside of that Pabst Blue Ribbon Ford Mustang down the back straightaway, and he will. So now Pud, Trent Potter up into the 8th position. Potter moving forward here in a hurry early on. Not even 8 laps into this one, and Potter has been able to pick up 8 positions. One driver having problems. DJ Anderson has gone around in the Mountain Dew Baja Blast number 51. Looks like he got it back up going as he'll drop from looking like the 10th position all the way back here to 17th after that spin, but it might not be done. The tires are heated up on that car. Here comes the number 62. That is Ethan Troutman tonight driving in a Budweiser machine. Take a look back here. What happened to DJ Anderson? See, he's right behind Brandon Feeney. Well, he goes to go to the inside, locks him up, it wheel hops it, and a lazy slide. Right on board, let's see what we can hear. Downshifting and on the brakes. So that's what's going to put him behind the 8 ball now. Well, look at that. Kirk and Butler are able to meet each other here on iRacing, a community that brings racers together to race here on the platform as we look back here at this battle with Murdoch and Trent Potter. You know, you hear stories about that all over the internet. Guys that have been video gaming with each other or racing here on iRacing after many years getting to meet each other. And sometimes they say they're pretty much best friends. I have a good friend out there, Doug Ungari, who usually get to meet him once a year at the World Finals at Charlotte or down at the Tulsa Expo Center when the midgets are in town. It's always interesting to hear those stories of how you go from video gaming to with each other to getting to meet each other for the first time. I think Trent Potter's about to drive from Alabama all the way up to South Carolina to meet Richard Murdoch if he doesn't get out of the way. Trent is very fast here early. Problem is, it's a 30-lap race. Are they able to make those tires last? It'll be something we're going to watch all night long. You may be fast right now, but will you be fast later on? Trent will make the pass on Murdoch. So that'll bump Murdoch back to 14th. It's right where he started. Potter up to 13th, picking up 10 spots early. Let's take a look back here at the race leader because not much has changed. There you see the Minnesota driver out front. You got Max Terriot right behind him. They are starting to work up upon lap traffic. First driver that will be a part of that lap traffic. That'll be the number 59, Bruce Potter, will be the first car that the race leaders will come upon. There he goes out of turn 11. There come the race leaders. Ryan O'Donnell has actually started to pull back in Max Terriot. There you see the top 5, 6, 7 all there in that camera shot down the front straightaway. It's Mitchell, it's Terriot, O'Donnell, Skelton. That's the top 4 drivers as they run currently. Souza trying to attack the number 38 of Brandon Feeney down the front straightaway. Feeney having a very good run here tonight. Not a road course racer by any means for Brandon Feeney. But tonight, that 38 digging out there. He's so fast right now that that front end of that Ford Mustang don't even have, well, a grill. It don't have no fake headlights. I mean, is it better to have no fake headlights or to have stickers? Oh, big moment. Souza through the grass. Souza went through the grass there. He may have to give a little time back as Brandon Feeney's going to be able to, stay smooth now. Problems for Bruce Potter. Looks like the 59 has had some problems. Take a look. Coming up to the bus stop here. What happened to Potter? It looks like he just went straight to get out of the race leader's way. He let the race leaders go past, and then he rejoined the racing surface. Race lead has shrunk just a little bit as we have 18 laps to go here tonight at Watkins Glen. A sprint race. 30 laps was the actual distance. Taking a look, and still Bruce Potter as the biggest mover here tonight. He's the only driver that has picked up multiple positions that are into, let's take a look here. It's still 10 positions gained, but look at the 2 drivers that are out in front of him. You got Brandon Feeney and Jeffrey Souza just ahead of Trent Potter. So Potter didn't qualify very well, but so far has been able to pick up the most spots. Bruce Potter having some problems out there. Took a little trip down there towards the grass. One driver coming to pit road, I believe that is the 88. There he is, Sean Butler. Coming to pit road. He'll be the first driver here to pit road, lap number 17 tonight. 17 to go, that is. So he'll come to pit road, and it looks like he's going to drag another driver to pit road right now. There is Ethan Troutman, the driver out of Tennessee. He made it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So as these drivers all pitted from the back end of the top 10, when do the race leaders come? You will lose a lap here tonight if you do come to pit road. And you're not within, I believe it was 20 seconds of the race leader. Uh-oh, speeding penalty for the 88 of Sean Butler. Going to put him a lap down. Ethan Troutman did get back out. He does stay on the lead lap currently. Nobody else coming to pit road, so when will the race leaders? We suspect these drivers here tonight may go as far as they can on the older tires and then come to pit road. If you're Zach Mitchell, though, you see Max Terriot starting to pull you back in here. Late in this one, Max was a little over a second back at one point. Now he is under a half a second once again. You see Bob Higgins in the 20-year anniversary checkered flag auto supply. He'll just swing it to the outside. Zach Mitchell having some problems, a little bit of understeer that time out of the final corner. Max is there. Max will take a bid to the right side down the front straightaway and just letting him know, hey, I'm right here. Skelton coming in here. He will pit from the 5th position. William Ridgway had a great run last week, having a really good rookie campaign. Along with Cole Day, a couple other drivers now coming to pit road. Here comes Cole Day, Peyton Johnson. Here comes Souza. Right at the halfway point, they say they have gone far enough. Trent Potter almost missed coming to pit road. Everybody here is coming. This is the lap they wanted to hit. This is the lap they're coming. So on lap number 15 to go, 15 in. Will anybody else come to pit road? Through the final 2 corners, we'll find out if this is the lap or not. Looks like Zach Mitchell will come this time. He'll bring Max Terriot along with Ryan O'Donnell. They all come to pit road here. So everybody coming to pit road. One driver going to stay out. It'll be Jason Wells. Wells will take over the race lead. There you see the 64. So Wells takes over the race lead now, and he'll see if he can lead a lap or more. I was going to pull that track map up for you race fans that are following along. Problem being, I can't find it. Oh, Max with a rare issue out of the pits. You just saw the 42 spin. He will back it across the speedway. Max Terriot, cold tire pressure. Trying to come out of pit road. Just lost the grip on the rear tires. And around spun the 42. Tim Combs having some problems. Let's take a look here. Watch Max come out of pit road. Drops the jack. He lost a little time on pit road. Came around the corner, got on the curbing, and it just unbalanced, upset the 42. And around he spun. Gonna lose a bunch of time on that 42. And this happened to Tim Combs also. Up through the S's. Lost the handle. The car just snapped to the left and hard impact into the right side or left side. See, the race leader just came to pit road. There is Wells on pit road, and there goes Zach Mitchell. So now Zach Mitchell takes over the race lead. He's got, it looks like, about a 4-second race lead currently over that Toyota. The Michigan Tech. Well, I've heard of Michigan. Michigan State. What is Michigan Tech? Guess we'll have to look into that one, race fans. Ryan O'Donnell is sitting right there as he just got around Wells. Wells pitted early compared to the rest of the drivers out here. Sorry, not early. He was the last to come to pit road. So made up some time on the back end. Going to lose a little time here as Ryan O'Donnell got back around. So O'Donnell now running third. Jason Wells is fourth. James Skelton is running into the 5th position. Then it's Cole Day, who is sitting there running 6th in the Rockstar Energy 99. Another one of those drivers I have got to meet personally. Met him at the Chili Bowl the other year. Talked about meeting Doug down there. Also met Cole down at the Chili Bowl. Jeffrey Souza sitting right here in 7th. Then it's going to be William Ridgway, Peyton Johnson, and Brandon Feeney. Feeney has been lobbying for the last couple of seasons here with Red Light Racing to get me to come up to Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. I told him it's just too cold. I've been to Syracuse, New York, race fan numerous times through the wintertime, actually with Donald Bennett and Josiah Millen here with the series, and I've felt negative 40 through the wintertime. I don't need to go to Canada. I think it's negative 40 in Canada in the middle of the summertime. I know, I'm probably over-exaggerating it. See, Murdoch still nipping on the heels here. We talked about Feeney having a good race, and problems. Trent Potter. Potter having some issues. He was the biggest mover here tonight at the dance, and now turn one will take another one. Hopefully he didn't bend anything up. Let's take a look back. Just got down to that curbing and it upset it, and then when he hit the other curbing, it was like ice, and it swung back, and I don't think there's going to be any real damage done to the Haviland. Number 28, just a little scrape up of that fender there, but he got it turned around. He's going to lose, looking at it, about 5 positions. But that car is fast, and there's still a lot of racing left. Say a lot of racing when it's only 10 laps to go when Zach Mitchell comes back around here, the 4X Racing entry. There you see him. A driver in the last 2 seasons who has really come into his own. There was a manufacturer change, and then there was a number change, and then there was a team change, and this driver really has come into his own. Week in and week out, you know he's going to find himself one way or another towards the front of the field, and he's showing it here tonight. Double high fives at the flag stand. Just 10 more times around the Watkins Glen International Speedway here tonight. To see the improvements that the Watkins Glen Speedway has gotten over the years. Turn 1 used to be a bunch of grass and a sand trap. Well, Jimmy Johnson cleared the sand trap one year, ended up stuffing it nose first into the foam barriers. And then down the back straightaway here, through the bus stop, we added a little concrete out there, a little asphalt. And then off the carousel also, there's a nice run, a little bit of a runaway. They deemed the asphalt, these drivers could try and get control of their car without hitting the wall. The sand trap would just eat cars alive. It would stop you if you didn't skim across the top, if you actually sank in like they were designed. And here also, asphalt to the outside of that turn. Donald Bennett having some problems. He went off the speedway. What happened to the 31? The Busch Watermelon entry. Just a little wide. Max trying to climb back from a mistake. He's outside the top 10. He's all over Richard Murdoch here with 9 laps to go. Max outside the top 10. Watkins Glen just seems to be like a kryptonite for that 42 of Max Terriot. A couple years ago, I believe it was 3 seasons ago, we came here to the Watkins Glen International Raceway. As you see Murdoch lock him up, he'll slide wide. Max goes waltzing on through on the bottom side. Max Terriot came to get the white flag after leading every lap here at Watkins Glen one year. Took the white flag, came out of turn 1, and on his way to go up the S's, got tangled up with Tony Strano, a day that both drivers would like to forget. Max not able to pick up the win, led every lap except for the last lap. As you see him going after the number 38 of Feeney. Yeah, see Sean Single out there. He remembers that one. A very interesting, odd night of racing here at the Glen. Saw Bruce Potter get out of the way of this battle. Max will get to the inside. Brandon Feeney just concedes and he lets him go through. The next car Max has to look at will be the Peyton Johnson entry. I'm starting to remember that I've met just about 90% of the drivers here. I got the pleasure of meeting Peyton Johnson down at the Bristol Motor Speedway when it was the World of Outlaws show. Got to meet him on Friday night, and everybody knows what happened after I met him. ... Peyton Johnson. Only kidding. Like to mess with Peyton Johnson a little bit. It's good to see him back here with the series here on Monday night. Full time this season as he likes to kick it a little sideways out there. Looks like the tires on the Acceleratus Legal number 15 have been used up. Max Terriot really starting to close in on him, so Terriot should be able to pick up at least the 9th position. Where's William Ridgway, though? There he is. We talked about him a couple times tonight, but we haven't really got to see him too often. There is that number 39 of William Ridgway. William is the highest running rookie, or no, he is not the highest running rookie. He is the highest in the rookie championship standings, though, is the number 39 of Ridgway. Looking for the highest running rookie, and it's that Michigan Tech number 45. Ryan O'Donnell is pulling in Ben here in that number 45, so see if Ryan in the next, call it 6 laps, can work himself into that 2nd position. As trouble for old Mr. Richard Murdoch. He's had some issues here. Let's take a look. Truck tells me he made a boo-boo. Possibly just swinging way wide. Oh, no. Murdoch, that's not how you get the nickname DK. You're not going to be Drift King. Maybe Donkey Kong. One too many downshifts. You heard the RPM skyrocket. They skyrocketed it, wheel hopped, and it just spins that car around. So that's what happened to Murdoch, which will now put him back into the 14th position and very wounded. There you saw William Kirk get through. Trent Potter now through. So he's just trying to hang on to this car, and it's back into the 15th spot. So a night that could have been a top 10 for Murdoch. Now just trying to hold on. Can Ben hold on in that Toyota? Oh, he's into the wall hard out of the 11th turn here to the front straightaway. Ben trying so hard. As you see Jason Wells back there, he'll swing to the inside. He lost a position, did Wells to Skelton there. So Skelton through for 4th with just 5 laps to go. And now the battle for Michigan. Ryan O'Donnell out of Canton, Michigan, versus the Michigan Tech entry. Can Ben keep his cool and stay calm here and hold off Ryan O'Donnell? Definitely better through the bus stop there for the 45. James Skelton back there. You saw him get around the 64. I think he's just probably too far back unless something happens here between these two drivers battling on the podium. Just 4 laps to go now for these guys. Ryan O'Donnell able to get there, but can he put the power down and get underneath him? Both drivers a little wiggle on the backside. Wiggle, wiggle with it. Ben having some problems getting through the first portion here of the S's. Ryan having to lift to stay out of the back end of the number 45. So that'll allow him to scoot away just a little bit. You can tell Ben just not able to get as into the corners as well, but he does line himself up through center off. Ryan O'Donnell's back there. Does he attempt to make a pass here down the back? Peyton Johnson off track a little bit. Oh, Ryan O'Donnell almost into the back there at the 45. We're riding on board there. Ryan O'Donnell got real close, had to lock him up. 3 to go. What happened to Peyton Johnson? Millen losing a spot there to Strano, but this is what happened to Johnson. Coming in hot. I just took a little bit of a wide arc. Nothing crazy happening. Mitchell out front here still tonight. We've only had one lead change. That was under the green flag pit cycle where the 64, dyslexia kicking in again. The 64 of Wells took the race lead, led for one lap, and then he handed it back. So Zach Mitchell will see the 2 flags in the air, 2 sticks. That's 2 popsicle sticks here. Less than 5 miles of racing around Watkins Glen. Last time we went road racing, Zach Mitchell was able to pick up a victory. We didn't bring it to you live. Somebody may have fell asleep and missed the show. We won't call anybody out, Roger. But tonight here, Zach Mitchell trying for a little bit of redemption, revenge. Showing the field that it was not a fluke. That he can battle with the best of them. He went toe-to-toe with Max Terriel till Terriel had his mistake coming off pit road. Lap and a half left is all he's got. Ryan O'Donnell has not been able to get around the Michigan Tech entry as he used the tires up. Skelton actually is putting down some really fast lap times. He actually just put his personal best lap time up last time by, but this time it'll be the white flag. 1 lap to go once they come back through. There it is, white flag. Final lap tonight here at Watkins Glen. First one back to the flag stand is the winner, and Zach Mitchell still has that 4-second race lead. Ryan O'Donnell, does he have anything left in the tank here to go get that 45? Skelton is saying, yes, guys, you need to battle it out so I can close in and get another spot, get on the podium. Down the back straightaway for the final time for these drivers through the bus stop. Can Ryan O'Donnell pick up some spots here? Gain some of that time back. It looks like a really smooth exit to the bus stop that time through the carousel for the one final trip. He's not able to do anything there. Millen just went a lap down to the race leader of Mitchell. So Mitchell will come through the final sets of corners. Ben looks like he's probably going to be able to hang on unless something happens out of turn 11. And coming down the front straightaway to pick up the win here tonight, Zach Mitchell will get redemption here at Watkins Glen. He will pick up the W, securing himself a spot across the line in second. 45, there's Ben Klotz. He will finish there in second. Then it's Ryan O'Donnell finishing in third. There's the Turbo Door Radical Paints entry. Skelton finishes fourth. Then it's going to be Wells coming across in the 5th position. So going to be a battle right here. These drivers back here in the bus stop, they will battle it out. Murdoch has the 14th spot. Kirk would like to have that 14th spot. These guys have yet to finish. Does Kirk have anything for some late braking power on the 9 machine? Final corner, sideways for Kirk. Can Murdoch hold a pretty wheel off the final corner? Keep it steady, Mr. Eddie. It will be Murdoch getting 14th, Kirk getting the 15th position. Unofficial results over there. That is the winner right there, though. Zach Mitchell coming back around. He's putting another blister in, another heater. He is your race winner here tonight from the Watkins Glen International Raceway. He'll burn them down for your race fans as he is the winner. We'll talk to him in our post-race show, brought to us by the Feeney Call here in just a couple of moments. Remember to head on over to the Feeney Call on YouTube. So as he celebrates, we'll take a quick step away here from Watkins Glen. We'll be back with the Feeney Call post-race show after this.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here to the Watkins Glen International Speedway race fans. 30 laps here tonight for the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series in the books, and it was a dominating one. But what do you say we head down trackside for the Feeney Call post-race show and hear from your top 3 competitors after they have sweated this one out. Let's just start right from the drop. The guy who dominates here tonight, what do you say, Zach Mitchell? A great run for this number 8 machine, going back-to-back for the 4X Racing team. What do you say? How did this one play out for you?
It was a lot of fun. I was kind of disappointed that Max had that problem coming off the pit road. I think he's fun coming off of the pit road after the pit stop, but because he's going to give me a run for my money, I now know what it feels like to have Dale Earnhardt behind me, because that is basically what Max is in our league. But yeah, car ran good. Another 4X win, another 4X double podium. Can't ask for much more than that.
So now that you dominate this one, podiums back-to-back for the team, you're locked in, your teammates locked in. What does that mean for the rest of these drivers that are on the team? What can you do now to get everybody on this team locked in?
I don't know what to do. Well, I don't know if Sean's going to race again, but we'll sure try our hardest to get Ryan in there too. But be some extra practice in there and try to get faster. I got to work on getting faster on ovals. I'm good at road courses, but I got to step up my game on the ovals.
So what you're saying is you need to get good.
I need to get good, yes.
I love it. I love it. So now, what's the mindset? You're in. What's the goal for the rest of the regular season here? Because we got some good races at Texas and Bristol, Indianapolis. We haven't been there in a very long time. Darlington, Charlotte, Michigan, a little close to home there for you. Where do you think we go from here?
I just want to be competitive. You know, I'm not gonna just go out there and be last week days ago and not try to win. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to win. I feel like I got the momentum going now. If I can keep up the momentum going into the playoffs, it should be hopefully a good playoffs for me. I seem to always get into the playoffs, and I just struggle because I'm not as competitive on some of the ovals. So I know my tracks where I got to get better at. So we'll take it one race at a time, and when the playoffs come around, we'll take those one race at a time as well.
Well, hey, what do you say we roll the red carpet out and matches the paint on this number 8 machine here tonight? Zach, what do you got to say? Who do you got to thank for a victory here tonight at Watkins Glen?
Can't thank the admins at Red Light Racing enough putting on the series. It's awesome to have a series to be able to run it on one of my free nights of the week that I get. Rich DPC for putting the PC together. The boys at 4X. It was only me and Ryan tonight because Chris is out drinking someplace. But we've always put the extra practice in to be really good week in and week out. So can't thank them enough, and can't thank Roger enough for putting on the broadcast for us to be able to go watch.
Well, there you have it. He's going to go pop the top on something here tonight in Minnesota. Zach Mitchell race fans finishing P number 1. The driver that will finish, well, second here tonight. Ben, you're the highest running rookie after 30 laps. Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe, here tonight at Watkins Glen?
Made a bold decision and decided not to take tires, and that was how I got my track position in front of Ryan and almost hit, was it Max that spun out on pit exit there? Almost got caught up in that, unfortunately. But yeah, that was definitely how I got all my track position.
No tires on a road course for 30 laps. How does that feel out there? Does it feel like a possible Michigan winter of driving on the ice?
At the end there, it was definitely starting to feel like that. And with Ryan pressuring me so much from behind, I was using up those rear tires and starting to slide a lot off on exit.
Coming in as a rookie to a series here, when you look at the drivers that are out there, and you know there's a lot of fast road course racers like Ryan who was breathing down your back. Do the nerves start to kick in there at all, or were you just focused straight out the windshield to hang on?
Oh no, you could definitely see the nerves. I missed a couple entries there when Ryan was right up behind me, and thankfully he was nice enough to not spin me in 11 there on exit or on entry, and let me run away a little bit because it hurt his exit when he tried to miss me. So got a little lucky, and I guess we'll take it.
You got to take the finishes when you can, and that's for sure, because you're in the points championship hunt for Rookie of the Year up against William Ridgway, and he fell down the pecking order a little bit here tonight while you were able to capitalize here on a podium finish. Do you take the momentum you got here tonight at Watkins Glen, and how do you go forward here to try and chip into that championship lead that Ridgway has?
Man, I wish I could keep this momentum up. I'm going to miss next week, so that's unfortunate. I'll be back in 2 weeks, I believe, hopefully, and try to pick that momentum back up then.
Well, it's only Texas, and things get bigger in Texas is what they tell me. I was in Texas one time, and I can tell you I didn't grow any. I'm still short. But,
Never been.
A lot of highways, and a lot of people driving fast. But hey,
Sounds like Texas.
A great race for you here tonight, Ben. Who's on the side of this Toyota? Who do you got to thank here tonight for a very strong performance?
The side of the car is Michigan Tech. That's my alma mater. Got my engineering degree there, and thankfully that job paid for this whole rig and everything else, so I'll just throw thanks to them.
There you have it. Big Ben is going to miss a big race next week, but he had a big one here tonight at Watkins Glen. He will bring the 45 home, P number 2, up 5 spots from where he started tonight. He had a great battle with the driver that finishes third. How about the Turbo Dork Radical Paints entry, Ryan O'Donnell? Ryan, this Ford Mustang here tonight was absolutely sideways, trying to eat as many positions as it could.
I was doing everything I can, both to make up time that I lost in the pit and also catch back up and try and get around Ben, but he made his car as wide as the whole track, and I just couldn't pull it off in the time I had.
Well, what more did you need out there? You had 30 laps to get it done.
Probably could have used another 30.
You, sir, are crazy.
See if you tried to do a triple stint on no tires and see how that worked out from then.
You think it would have worked?
Probably not.
Well, I wouldn't have even been able to make turn 1. Ask Josh Buckley about that. But hey, a great run. You look at the schedule when it always comes out for you. You always look to see that one road course on the schedule. It's always a one lonely stint you get out here. Did you think tonight was the night to put this forward in victory lane?
I knew that I had speed. I had speed last night in practice and qualifying and during the race until I missed a turn. I did not make that mistake again. And then tonight I had good practice and good qualifying. I knew I could do it. I just needed Zach to make a mistake, but he puts in the time, he puts in the effort. He wasn't going to do that. So I was gunning for second, and Ben got it instead.
So, with a great finish here, you look at the point standings. You're able to now put yourself in a pretty good position. You came in 10th overall in the championship standings. This is going to propel you up to about the 5th position. That's a good spot to be. I know we're one race away from halfway in the regular season points here, but there's a lot of good racetracks for you coming up here. Can you capitalize on that by increasing that gap from you to the cut line, or even possibly pick up a win?
I hope I could pick up a win, but I got my fingers crossed to keep the momentum going. Last week was pretty good for me somehow, and this week was pretty good for me knowingly. So I just hopefully I can keep that going.
That's very true. How do you go from a short track with having no fenders left on the car to a road course here and the thing looking like just as good as my head?
You know, I couldn't even tell you. Like, I'm surprised. I'm as surprised as you are. That car was still driving.
Absolutely craziness here for the last 2 weeks for you, Ryan, but a good job and a great run here tonight. Who do you got to thank back home? I know there's people back at home in Canton, Michigan cheering you on.
All right, here we go. Firstly, I want to thank the Red Light admins for putting on a great league. I love this league so much. I pretty much live for this now. I want to thank you for putting on this broadcast every week. You do such a great job, and it's fun to go back and watch, especially when I do well. And the 4X guys, especially Zach, he helped out a lot. I actually want to thank Ben himself. I was following him thinking to myself, ha ha ha, you taught me how to go through the bus stop, you fool. And it really did help me a lot. So thank you, Ben. I also got to give a huge shout out to my family who tunes in every week. My dad, my brother, a couple of my uncles, and my grandmother. Hi, everyone. And of course, Turbo Dork for sponsoring me over these past few seasons. I love the brand and I love representing them.
There you have it. His colors are wild. His racing style is wild. Tore it up last week and came out here tonight and tore it up in a different fashion as he'll finish 3rd here tonight at Watkins Glen. So you heard from the top 3 finishers. Where did some of your other favorite drivers finish? Well, James Skelton finished in 4th. Jason Wells was 5th. Jeffrey Sousa 6th. Cole Day 7th. William Widgway in 8th. Max Terriot was 9th, and Peyton Johnson finishing out the top 10 finishing spots here tonight at the Watkins Glen International Raceway. Where does that lead us? Well, that leads us to just next week, the Halloween race. That's right, Texas Motor Speedway is the place we go next. 90 laps at Texas. I'll put my cowboy hat on next week for your race fans. I'll call that one in Big Hoss style, I guess, if you want to call it. Everything's bigger in Texas is what they tell me. So I can't wait for 1 week's time to head to the Texas Motor Speedway and see what these drivers have in the NASCAR Xfinity machines for the first time this season. It's going to be a good one like it always is. This coming Thursday night, though, more red light racing scheduled here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. They head to the LA Coliseum. These cars tonight had fenders and they made right-hand turns. We're going to make sharp turns, and here's the kicker. Let's take the fenders off and let's see who can have all 4 wheels left on that car on Thursday night. Tune in Thursday night, 8 p.m. here on the Turn 3 Racing Network for more red light racing action. But if we don't see you Thursday night, race fans, we're definitely going to catch you next Monday night at the Texas Motor Speedway right here for all your racing action with the Checkered Flag Auto Supply Scrambler Series presented by Red Light Racing. So for everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, everybody with Red Light Racing, my name is Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we can't wait to see you next time at the races. Till then, everybody, stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.